Tempeh is a fermented food product made from fermented soybeans. It has a very firm and soft texture and an earthy and smoky flavor. Tempeh has been a staple source of protein mainly among the Javanese people in Indonesia since the 16th century. Tempeh malt was first discovered in 1895 by a Dutch microbiologist and chemist named Prinsen Geerlix. It is also said by some immigrants from Indonesia that in Netherlands there was the first company that made and sold tempeh in the 19th century. To make tempeh, several ingredients are very necessary for the process of fermentation, such as soybeans, enough water, vinegar, and of course tempeh starter, which is a material that helps soybeans ferment into cake-like tempeh. The microorganism that is used in the process of tempeh fermentation is the fungi Rhizopus oligosporus. Most starter to ferment the cooked soybean to make high-quality tempeh is Rhizopus oligosporus spores, which are widely used for tempeh making at home or industrially. This tempeh starter can also protect tempeh from bacterial infection and aflatoxins from other fungi. For the process of making tempeh will be shared by our friend Ilyas.
The traditional process of making tempeh have 5 methods. The first step is cracking the soybeans. The simplest method is to use a grind mill with a loose setting to crack the soybeans. Next is the soaking and dehulling soybeans. The soybeans are soaked in 2 liter water for 6 to 18 hours. The hull from the soybeans can be separated by squeezing it with kneading motion. After that, the beans are put into a pot of water with the addition of vinegar and cooked for 30 minutes. Turn off the water and dry the soybeans on medium heat. The fourth step is inoculating the tempeh with yeast and rice flour. In a small bowl, add 1/4 teaspoon of yeast and half tablespoon of rice flour and mix it well. When the dried soybeans have cooled down, use a teaspoon to sprinkle the mixture on the soybeans before mixing it evenly. Lastly, incubating the beans. To pack the soybeans, use a banana leaf or a plastic for packaging. When using a plastic as the packaging, make small holes to allow air movement. The tempeh are left for 24 hours for fermentation process to occur. Now let's move on to the industrial process. Whole soybeans are heated and split dry in a mill. The split beans and hulls fall into a tube where the lighter hulls are sucked out from the top by connecting it to an exhaust fan. The heavier beans fall to the bottom of the tube into a collection bucket. The split beans are cooked at a boil for 60 minutes in an open steam-jacketed stainless steel kettle. Cooked beans are now placed into a centrifuge and spun rapidly for a short period of time to cool and remove excess water. The beans are then placed in a horizontal mixer where they are mixed with the inoculants such as tempeh starter and other grains. Some people acidify the beans with a small amount of vinegar. Beans are now weighed out into perforated bags or tray molds for burgers. Bags of inoculated beans are now laid flat on perforated trays and placed inside an incubation room where they are heated at 32 degrees Celsius for 24 hours. An outer layer of bag is added over the tempeh for freezing or vacuum packaged, then steamed or hot water pasteurized to extend the shelf life. Tempeh is now cooled down and sold refrigerated. Tempeh is one example of solid-state fermentation. It uses solid medium to culture mycelial and harvest enzymes on the solid substrate surface in the absence of small amount of liquid. It requires low moisture levels to carry out fermentation with the help of protease as extracellular enzymes secreted by fermenting Rhizopus oligosporus. Solid-state fermentation has its own advantages. First, minimum amount of waste is produced. Second, it employs natural solids as the media. Third, it doesn't require sterilization and easy downstream processing. That is all from us. Thank you.